Hey everyone, welcome to Screen This. I'm your movie reviewer Chris Vales, and today I'll be reviewing Despicable Me 2. If you forgot what the first Despicable Me is about, let me give you a refresher. It's about this criminal mastermind named Gru, who has this master plan and he uses these orphan girls to be part of his master plan, but these girls actually end up turning him for the better and they live happily ever after. Alright, if I just spoiled the first one for you, well, it's not entirely my fault. Actually, it's not even my fault. It's your fault. How so? Well, you didn't see it yet, and it's been out for 3 years. So in Despicable Me 2, Steve Carell reprises his role as Gru. That's not a recent photo of him. Okay, there we go. Very funny and talented Kristen Wiig is back. She was Miss Hattie in the first one, and now she is Lucy. Russell Brand is back as Dr. Nefario, because he can't find any other work to do. Of course the kids are back, and of course those very funny and lovable minions. I'll get back to them. The storyline, basically Gru gets recruited by the AVL, which stands for the Anti-Villain League, because there's a new villain in town and they want Gru to find out who it is and stop him. The funny thing is if you cram the entire storyline together, it really is only 30 minutes. But the movie's about an hour and a half long, so what do they fill the other hour with? Well, it's those funny and lovable minions. It almost seemed like they were forcing the minions on us to see if we would like them and possibly maybe going in the direction of a Minions the movie. I mean, I don't think I'd want to see that. I don't even think if you paired them up with the Smurfs, I still wouldn't want to see it. The animation is great as usual. I don't think you would expect anything else. As for character development, there really isn't much. I mean, the characters that were in the first one, most of them are back for the second one, but you already know their story. As for the new characters, you won't really feel any special connection with them. Your connection still lies with Gru and the 3 girls and the minions, of course. So, onto the minions. The reason why we love the minions so much in the first one was because we got them in small doses. And this time around, that wasn't the case. They really went over the top with the minions. I mean, don't get me wrong, they were still hilarious, but there were some parts where it just felt forced just because they are the minions. You can actually compare the minions to Ken Jeong. I know, it's a funny comparison, and funny enough, Ken Jeong actually voices one of the characters in the movie. But the funny thing is when we watch Ken Jeong, we watch him in small doses, and he's an extremely funny dude. But if any of you have seen Hangover 3, he's almost the star in it, and I found him extremely annoying and obnoxious. I couldn't stand him. And I'm not saying it gets to that certain point in Despicable Me 2 with the minions, but it comes pretty darn close. Despicable Me 2 isn't a bad movie. It's still a funny movie, and it is an enjoyable movie. It's definitely not better than the first one. The one thing I do like about the 2 movies is that it's not just for kids. Teens will watch it, adults will watch it. The thing is, a lot of people associate animation with children, but that's not the case with the 2 Despicable Me movies. It's great for kids, it's great for teenagers, and it's great for adults, and I think it's important that it actually captures all audiences. Here's a fun fact for the day. Javier Bardem was actually supposed to be the voice of the villain, but he had to back out due to other projects. And then another fun fact was Al Pacino actually recorded his lines for the villain, but the studio decided to drop them due to creative differences, whatever that means. Despicable Me 2 gets 3 out of 5 in my books. Make sure you come back on July 11th when I'll have a Pacific Rim review locked and loaded just for you. Or you can just subscribe to my channel. It's probably easier than remembering. If you liked what you saw, please like the video. If you have any thoughts, feel free to comment below. If you want me to review a specific movie for you, I will get it done just for you. For now, Latris on the Menjay.